this is Jonathan from San Luis Obispo, and I came up with a little principle that I've been playing around with lately for trying to mix freehand glow sticking into my poi. And one of the things that I've been working on was Keith Marshall's negative space combinations. And with that, the negative space that I'm playing with is the normal threads that you have here through here. I've been working on different ways to transition them with more rotations. So the first principle I had was I found that my head got in the way of most of the combinations through my arm. So I roll it over onto this same shoulder that's holding the poi up. And I thought, well, what happens when you try and do a stall through that point? You know, try and kind of maybe throw a cat's eye through there, or different principles like that. And while I was playing with it, I thought of going from the outside in and stalling here, and then when it's here you can pop it back out. So it's kind of like you're doing an M combination, and then you can do that combination from the outside in through the bottom and then out this direction like that. Still working on the bottom part, just to show you on the other side. On the underside, kind of pedal loop you have there, and then coming up from the top. So while I was playing with that principle, I found that you can take the same kind of weave motion or fountain motion that comes from it. So I start with my right hand and I go from the underside out here, bring it along the back of my shoulder and roll it over. So you can see that my other hand is actually like free here, and that is the reverse thread kind of motion that I saw Keith do in Marvin's Fire Drums 2011 video, which I recommend watching if you can. But you slide out from the other side, and then this one can stall out this way, or you can keep it a close motion here, and it comes underneath, drops in, goes over your other shoulder, rolls, this one comes free, up in through the loop there. And then while you're doing that motion, there's two different ways that I've kind of seen to go through with it. The first one is when you're doing it on this plane, and that's where all of your tosses are going, or all of your bounces, I call them. That's your vertical, and then you also have, so your vertical, which will look like this kind of combination, and that's going in from the top and the bottom. Top like that, and you also have bottom transitions in there that you can play with, but then you also have all of those horizontally as well too. So still over your shoulder there, and you're going to go horizontal, and then when you're here, horizontal, horizontal. And keep in mind, this is kind of coming from the top and down. You know, you can find all of your own different combinations to go into that, but just that one's kind of a fun little loop catch. Granted, this is not stuff for fire poi, but I hope to see, you know, other people come up with different variations off of this. But yes, big ups to everyone who's going to Fire Drums. See you there. And also thank you, Keith and Marvin.